Good morning, readers. Well, it is October, and that means that Halloween is coming up. Maybe you're looking for some Halloween themed or spooky or scary stories. If so, pop on over to my blog on Halloween Reads. I'll put the link below, and you can check out my books that are Halloween themed or scary. And there's a list there of some other books as well from other authors that I know that are on sale for you for Halloween. So you can check those out. I thought I would do a reading today. I have a special right now running on Muffins, Masks, Murder for the month of October. That's a Halloween themed cozy mystery book. I've done some readings from it before, so I decided to pick one of my other books to do a reading from today. So this one is from, try to get that so it doesn't reflect the light. Well, that's not working. Loose the Dogs. And I'm going to do, this is sort of a thriller or light horror. So if you're looking for cozy mystery, this one is not the one for you. But I'm just going to read to you from the prologue for this one, and then you can see whether that is something that you would like to buy. Of one thing I'm sure, Glenn declared. These dogs are perfectly harmless. Burton studied him with a frown. It was a bold statement, and Glenn was the expert, the man they had made responsible to examine the psyches of these beasts. He was the one who was to help them decide the dogs' eventual fates. How sure are you? He prodded. These dogs are not killers. They're house pets. Until recently they were well cared for and had good relationships with their owners. I've talked to the family and the neighbors. I've interacted with the dogs. You do not need to worry about it. They're good dogs. So your recommendation is to adopt them out. It would be criminal to put them down. What they did was purely for survival. It had nothing to do with aggression or violence. They're not going to hurt anyone. A lot of people are going to scream about them being killers if they're not put down. People will complain no matter what you decide. I already have a waiting list of people who want to adopt these dogs. One of them or even all of them together. I have more people than I can deal with. Burton shook his head. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea to adopt them out locally. Who knows what kind of weirdos we're going to get. Sure, there will be do-gooders who want to rehabilitate them or give them a good home. But how do you tell them apart from people who want a dangerous animal and will abuse them to increase aggression, or people who want an animal with a reputation, something to show off? They'll get bored real fast, and you'll have the dogs back here to adopt out again. I don't know about dogs, but I know what happens to kids who keep getting shifted from one home to another. Glenn nodded. Same thing, he admitted. Pretty soon they get identified as unadoptable, and we have to put them down. Rather unlike children, Burton clarified dryly. Right, Glenn chuckled. That wouldn't be considered humane, even though we do it with our pets. Different species, different laws. Okay, so we're going to have to do a press release, announce they've been examined by an expert, have been declared to be safe, blah, 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 and will be adopted out. But we're not going to put them up locally, and we're not going to keep them together. We'll split them up and ship them all out to other cities. Glenn shrugged. If you have the connections to make those arrangements, great. And you're going to make sure the adopting families know the dog's history. Burton shook his head, face flushing. His mouth tightened. Not a chance. You've said they're safe. Knowing their history will have no impact on their behavior in their new homes. We're not going to tell people what happened. That will just cause the same problems as adopting them locally. Nice, quiet, stable families aren't going to adopt them. We need to get them into good homes, so they're well cared for, and there's no chance of future violence. Glenn swallowed. He looked at the floor, scuffing the tile with his foot. Mr. Burton, I know you're the one making the decisions here, but I don't think that is wise. So you aren't 100% sure the dogs are safe? Well, yes, of course I am. Then why would we have to tell anyone what has happened here? Just because they should know? Burton shook his head. No. No, no, no. That's the last thing they need to know. All right, so pop on over to my blog, pick up Loose the Dogs, or pick up Muffins, Masks, Murder on sale this month, or one of the other books that we've got on sale there today. All right, we'll talk to you next week, and happy Halloween.